Hey everybody, I'd like to give it a quick second. How's everyone doing today on this beautiful morning? Hope everyone's doing well. Hope life's serving you. I hope we're learning through adversity. We're striving and becoming better versions of ourselves every single day. And we're laying one brick at a time towards our ideal life and our ideal goals and our ideal successes. So today, I want to talk to you. Of course, we're in daily motivation, 365 days of consistency, doing the same things over and over again till they become habit. Hey, Jazz, thank you for watching. And today, I want to talk about a quote I heard years and years ago from Chadwick Boseman, and I've always been a fan of his. A brilliant actor, a great representation, I think, of black men, very intelligent, went to great schools. And I remember a story that he was talking about is how he actually got really into the industry. He was trying to get into a school for acting, but he came from a small community, not rich or wealthy parents, and so he was unable to. But he tried out and he just didn't make it. And so Denzel Washington, the famous actor, actually wrote him a check to get him into that school. And one day he met Denzel and said, hey man, why did you do that for me? I really appreciate it, but what made you want to do that? And he gave him like a little piece of advice. He said, listen, if you want to be successful in this industry, there's one piece of advice I have for you. And he said, giving is the most selfish thing you can ever do. And I thought that was really profound, that the fact that Denzel, one piece of advice, been acting for many years, left him with one piece of advice saying, giving is the most selfish thing you can do. Why? I believe is because the law of karma, the law of reciprocity, the law of compensation. Whatever you give out, you bring out. Whatever you give, you shall receive. It's a cycle of energy. We live in this cycle of motion. If you ever study the primordial spiral, the universe moves in a spiral motion. Everything moves in a spiral motion. The earth rotates in a spiral motion. The universe rotates in a spiral motion. Even if you watch the water draining from your pipe, it's coming down in a spiral motion. Why? I don't know why. I didn't write the script for this game, but I understand because I studied it that we live in a spiral motion. And whenever you give out, you bring out. I use the example of taking an orange and I put this in my book, putting a dot, like a marker on the orange. And as you rotate the orange, whatever you marked will return back. So it's always rotating. So whatever you put on that dot, if you spin it, you might not see it for a while, but it'll always come back to you. So giving, whatever is positive or negative, will always come back to its receiver. And when he said giving is the most selfish thing you can do, is Denzel understood and Chadwick understood the law of the universe, that if I give good, if I give positive, if I help others, others will come forth and help me. If I give to others, somebody will give for me. If I share with others, somebody will share with me. And when we give in a way that's not expecting something to come back in return, because we'll, and regardless, but if you're not blocking your energy by saying, okay, is this going to be the one? Is this going to he's going to get through me? Or is this person going to give me? Instead of going that way, you just give and then just expect the universe to do it in its divine timing. And you never know what's going to end up happening for you in your life. But if you live with that philosophy, that if I give, it'll always return back to me, then giving becomes selfish, because if I give good, if I give positively, if I give in abundance, I will be returned that same thing. So in your life, when you get to a place when you're hoarding things, always remember that the giving aspect is what gives the receiving. And even the things you have now are getting old. You may not want it several years from now. So always be ready to relinquish certain things to others. If it's advice, if it's management, if it's skill sets, if it's something that will help change someone else's life, that is the thing that will come back to you tenfold. I was listening to Les Brown once, and he said, when I give, I just give. and you could tell it comes back to him tenfold. I know the story when he got arrested out of the radio station, and there was people protesting out there for him. Why? Because he was getting back what he's been giving. So in life, that is one thing I remember from Chadwick. I heard he passed very recently, and so I just wanted to say that that's the piece of advice I'm going to take with me for his life, is that quote or that advice that Denzel gave to him was that being selfish or being giving is the most selfish thing you can do. So I continuously give, and that would be my advice. If you really want to honor the man's life, pay it forward. Give to someone else in some way, some aspect. You're always giving. I remember, when I was becoming a contractor, I asked this one contractor, he's been doing it for years, some advice. And he was very reluctant to give it. He was very reluctant to give any type of feedback or any type of skill set or something that says, hey, this will help you move forward. And so when I got a chance to get the knowledge and learn the knowledge, somebody asked me the same question, and I was an open book. I said, oh yeah, you got to do this. If you do this, my advice is do this, go with this school. Why? Because I don't believe in competition. I believe the only competition is me. It's between the best version of myself, me and the best version of myself. That's the only competition ever. And me giving that advice to somebody is not saying that they're going to surpass me or I'm afraid they're going to surpass me. I just give it because I want them to succeed. The more people succeeding in life, the less murders we have. The less angry people, the less road rage, the less all these evils of the world happens because people are unfulfilled. They're not successful. They're failing in life. And so they become angry, frustrated, and they start taking that energy out on others. But if you can give others and help them become successful, you are changing the world because you have less people that you have to worry about. Hey, if you're eating, your family's well off, you would have even thought to rob me. And I would have a thought to rob you or do anything to you because I'm content and happy where I am. And so that's the thing we have to share to other human beings, is how to become content and happy where you are. And that's by giving and helping others out. Again, this is Rich Fontaine. You can agree with me or not agree with me, but either way, I feel this was a successful conversation. I just want to say again, rest in peace to the Black Panther, a big icon. I mean, one of the hugest movies on the planet. Something little kids, especially being a young or a black man, I used to love the Black Panther. That was a great representation, I thought, of a superhero, a king, honorable king. And I always enjoyed that character, and I thought he brought him to life to the T, being T'Challa. And so I just want to always say thank you for your work. Thank you for bringing that positive energy into the world. Thank you for a time of racial turmoil and racial heat, that you could bring a great character to life that shows that, hey, we don't have to act like people think or we should act. We can be kings. We can be kings. So thank you so much for watching this. Thank you, Chadwick. Thank you for your wisdom, and thank you for sharing. And if you enjoyed this video, please like, please share, and please comment. Love is love, and I appreciate all of you. Have an awesome and blessed day. Namaste.